Testing, 1, 2. All right, let's get it. So first we will take a look over here on our scans. You got YCBD and Acon leading the way. Now these are two cannabis stocks that we saw on Friday that were moving up. And on Tuesday I took another trade on YCBD because I thought that it was gonna be the day that it was gonna go up. But what's that Monday? Monday I took a trade on YCBD, right? And let me and so this was Monday the 12th, I believe. Not tripping. 15th, my bad. 15th. And it ended up selling off on me, and now it's up to $2. So I was on on the right idea. I did give back profit on my first idea, but kept a little bit of that. But I'm looking for fresh news today. This cannabis news is about 3 days old, and we haven't seen any more real catalysts come out on it. So we'll be definitely looking out for that on today. Let's go to the non-micros. Got this one swung all the way down to 110 and now up to 215 with 15 million shares traded on it. Here for the non-micros, we're seeing just some penny stocks, Beat, RZLV, and what's leading in these is the penny stock. So it's got 62 million, 43 million, but no catalyst down here. Beat. All right. So until these cannabis stocks fall, I'm really not gonna be willing to touch anything else until I see something just run past it. $2.26 is the high pre-market high. And it did get above, let me see. Yeah, it did get above everything else that we had marked on the daily chart. Over to this daily chart real quick. On the daily chart, the high that I saw was 194, and now it's at 220 something. So right above that high. Not sure it could touch that peak up there at 336 without any more catalysts. Just watching and waiting. Yesterday was a no trade day for me. Just kind of looking around the market, trying to see if I could find any new ideas, but seems like cannabis is still the thing. Acon coming up here to towards $1. 97 cents, but it's right at that ATR high. Falls back under there, it'll be showing a little bit of weakness under that 93 cents. Let me go look at Tilray and CGC to see where they're at today. Tilray, because they were up. Yes, I think it was yesterday or no, they were up on Monday. Tilray, and that's another reason I took the trade because I thought, hey, maybe these cannabis stocks are going up. Maybe YCB follow them. Good morning, Danielle. This is CGC on that, man. 7:15. So this was them going down, and I thought they were gonna have a pop up, but CGC popped up on yesterday and got rolling up here. Let's look at Tilray. Tilray did the same move. $10 up to 14. So right idea, wrong timing on my trade, on my secondary trade on YCBD. Bitcoin went up there and just grazed the dollar. But I think all of the cannabis is weak now. It doesn't have that callus. If it does push up today, that'll be very amazing. But I don't like where Tilray and CGC are sitting right now. All right, let's jump over here and look at some more news. So we got Tesla's robo-taxi progress gives proof of AI dream. America's biggest banks shoot for even better 2026. WBD likely to reject 108.4 billion Paramount bid and back the Netflix offer. U.S. housing market will get a bit more affordable in 2026. U.S. readies new Russia sanction if Putin rejects a peace deal. Trump immigration raids raise thorny legal issues for Home Depot. EV transition unravels slowly, then all at once. Oil climbs after Trump orders Venezuela blockade. Options pros see nothing burger from delayed inflation report. Stock futures rises, oil climbs. Analysis Qatar bets on cheap power to catch up in Gulf AI race. Crypto investors show caution, shift to new strategies after crash. Here's how much traders expect Nike stock to move after earnings Thursday. What to know now about changes to your 2025 taxes. Average Social Security benefit at 65. See how yours compares. Google deepens consumer credit push in India. Then U.S. software firm Freshworks eyes acquisition with that's just acquisition. 800 million cash POW AI in focus. Okay, so let's see what two AI names this expert says to avoid due to excess debt. Fed rate cut 35 minutes ago. Any Fed chair will cut rates next year if this happens. All of this stuff is like future type deal. To watch Micron. So Micron earnings, Fed commentary, what to watch. That was 12 hours ago. I don't know. Gotta wait for some more news to pop. AZI, that Chinese stock is back up for some reason. Beijing, China. Glad I already got my notes right here. Come on over. So it has consumer cyclical. and it has 1 million shares traded, so it's up 20%. Hopefully it does not do anything crazy. Acon coming on back down under that ATR high. Want to see them get above ATR high and continue upward, but with no catalyst, that's going to be hard for these cannabis stocks to do. Same with YC BD. It has room back to this 158. It does look like AZI has news for today. It says it receives an investment letter. CDIB Capital intends to invest $300 million at a comprehensive price of $5 per share. Company's financial strength to be significantly enhanced upon transaction completion. So it does have news on a day, which is not great. It's got news behind it now. So it may be one to worry about on AZI. Hit a high of 250. Looks like it might be over. No, it's not over all-time highs. All-time highs is $4.05. Got 2 million shares traded on it right now. Other catalysts. And that's fresh catalyst on AZI for today. I see BD walking its way down. So I think AZI is probably going to become what people tend to focus on here, especially if it continues to just get this volume. 50. Got some wicks back here, so definitely some indecision on that catalyst that they put out. Up 22%. YCBD coming back down to $2. Yeah, I think more people are taking notice on AZI right now. So pre-market bottom was down here at 171. I continue to hold up a trend, the trend side of a trend, but It just needs to hold up 183. But it's a Chinese stock. If it starts to lead the day, you already know what's up. YCBD making its way on back down. TX. Econ. All right. So yeah, people are taking notice on AZI. Like we said, it's got fresh catalyst. See if it continues to hold up here. We have a little bit of an idea here. See if it can continue to hold up over this ATR high. Okay. So holding up this first idea, we'll see if that continues to happen. Secondary idea here. Oops. Secondary idea here. Just gonna draw all of the ideas until they get confirmation. So almost 4 million shares traded. CB dying off. Can't really confirm if this is a downtrend yet. Really need to see it try to go up and stop before it gets to this level, the 250, and then start going down. See some selling pressure. Point of control is at 225 over here on the 1 minute, 221 on the 5 minute, and 218. So 218 to 225. Slight little pullback, but still holding up this idea here. So now see it fail before it gets up here. Now it's doing a breakout. If it fails in this area, then we'll look at that as a downtrend. Four million shares traded on it now. Go. Good tap on this level and their secondary idea. Can it break down both of them, or is it going to pull back up and continue to hold this 225? Closing up below this, it's some type of downtrend. See if it'll invalidate these ones down here. Want to break back up, or what? Will it use these upward ideas as some type of resistance? And holding up this level. It's a 220 level, going back and testing that original idea there. See what it wants to do in here. It doesn't want to break down or start to trade above these levels here of the 225. Holding right there on the level. So that's a full touch. That's 1, 2, 3 times. Can it get some green right here to hold this level? There's a little bit of green, and let's see if they can continue to hold it. 220s. It's like 220 is a level of interest in this structure. Now, this is a structure based on how I see it. And when I look to buy dips, I try to buy dips inside the structure. So I try to find a structure and then buy these dips if it's something that's along the lines. But this is a Chinese stock. I'm just showing you how I'll be looking at it. But Chinese stocks be tripping. It's the only one that I saw with catalyst on the day, so is what it is. At this point, we have our nice little downtrend. Go ahead and probably get rid of this one. See if it can come back and start using this as resistance now. 220. Does break down this bottom though. 212, that'll disqualify this uptrend as well, and then we'll only have the downtrend there. Right down there to it. They'll break down. See it right on it. Not break it. Only up 14% right now. Let me jump back over to YCBD. Moving slower and slower as we continue to see trading on it. ACON back to 90 cents. It had went up to $1. So now instead of a trend, we're starting to get some type of zone in here. We have the body of these candles right here at 240. And the bottom side down here at 212. See how it trades out of this. Can it hold up this 212 and start to reclaim something? Start some type of uptrend above 212s. Possible resistance on the top of this structure. Possible. So it's got two resistance levels. It has to really go through 220s and 230s. If it breaks down this 212, that pretty much disqualifies this little channel that I had drawn out here, and it also I'll take this off as well, and we'll just have the downtrend. E-Lab popping up, okay. What does E-Lab got going? It has catalyst for today. North Strive Biosciences advances to phase 3 of AI-driven drug discovery program toward validation of multiple potential drug compounds on E-Lab. This came on, so hit a top up here of 430. And I need to read some more into this news on E-Lab. It's looking better than AZI, which is now under that 212 level. I do not have notes on E-Lab yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my due diligence while we got time. What's going on over here? So for the profile, it says right one. PMGC Holdings. PMGC Holdings, a biopharmaceutical company, focuses on the development and acquisition of cutting-edge aesthetic medicines and therapeutic products. The company's lead product includes EL22, a first-in-class engineered probiotic approach to address obesity. Another obesity one. Okay. Um, Obesity's pressing issue of preserving muscle while on weight loss treatments. Okay, so obesity is a key word. My little notes out. So obesity one. It is out of Newport Beach, California. And oh my goodness, it only has 2 employees. Oh man, those boys working hard over there. 2 employees. I don't know if I can trust this one. Looks like AZI did get back over 212s. Let's see. Statistics on this one. I don't like that 2 employees, man. That's hard to trust right there on eLab. All right, so let's see. The float is under a million. Not really heavily held by insiders or institutions. Very wary of this. But got my notes in there now. Obesity with 2 employees. I'm probably gonna mark this one as a no trader. Not really interested in this a company that small. Put up top, no trade. So yeah. Let everybody else play with that fire that doesn't want to read. All right, AZI. AZI. So this one we had marked a zone. It did end up trying to pop off of this, but the problem is now it has a lower high, so it's gonna need to actually do some things. It's coming up to 5 million shares traded. Watching Acon still descending, increasing value. AZI showing us a little up move. We need a higher low than 208 at this point, and possibly even higher than 212. It could just stop before 212. That'll be great. But again, coming up here to this level, so it tested this level like short term right here for resistance, and then came back up here again and testing it for more resistance. Looking around, waiting for something else to pop up so I could do my due diligence. AZI now hitting 5 million shares traded. Are we getting a higher low than this 212? Like a little buying pressure right there at 214. This will be another upwards idea. Go ahead and put that in. Whoops. Drawing tool. This will be idea here. 14 to 19. We'll see how that holds. If it invalidates, if it can't break out of these levels right here, I'm into kind of like a real testing point. It's gonna have to make some decisions. So if it fails back below this level, what 216 right now, we're gonna take off this this uptrend because we know, it's intersecting with the downtrend at this right there. Fails again, remove that and look for it to retest this overall downtrend there. Testing right at that inflection point right there. The two conflicting ideas coming together right now. Opening right up on it. There's room down here to the 219 breakdown of this little idea here. Opening up right on this idea, trying to hold up there. We get a breakdown. Back under 219. 20. Good morning, AJ. Watching AZI. It started coming up. Everything else, it's the only thing with fresh catalysts. ELAB popped up, but I did my research on ELAB. Saw it only has 2 employees. Very weak looking company. I guess it's just the owner and the janitor, and so I really didn't trust ELAB. But it's an obesity company. We did get a pop off of that 219 right there. Let's see if we can actually get some green back over this overall downtrend. Right now, ELAB and AZI going at it as far as and ELAB. Let me show y'all what it's doing. It's back up to 20% now. So This is where it is. Let's see if we can find any structure over here. Lows down here, not really any clear trading down here. Came back up here to 401, 405 and has this kind of range in here as well. It did have fresh news on the day as well. Northstride Bio, these two had news on the day. Elab and AZI. One is a Chinese company, Super Fishy, and one is a obesity company with 2 employees. So those 2 employees, man, they're like, ooh, let this thing go up. Please let it go up. Let's see if it has any shelf registrations as well for both of these. Screen. So bam, let's go check Elab shelves. Elab, don't see any shelf registration out here. Guy. No shelf registrations. Okay, neither one of them had shelf registrations. AZI just riding down on that downtrend. 19. I need to see it break down away from this downtrend to clean some of this other stuff up. So right now, this one is showing us some type of zone here. Bodies of this one, 403. I should have drew that a little bit better. It's kind of trading in this zone. See how that continues to do. 2 million shares on ELAB, 5 million shares on AZI, but AZI is just slowing down so much. Can it start to break higher? Question back over this level. And it has this point up here, the 228, so it will need to get up through. If it can break up here, this will be a new upwards idea. Didn't mark that up. Upwards idea for it to hold. Holding outside of that original downtrend, starting to get a new trend up. See how it does here over the 20s. Has room up to the 29, so that's an 8 cent move right there. Before it really hits his head. And if it keeps trading like this, I can remove this one up here because it's pretty much it's got to break this first idea first before it can do anything up there. What was I looking at? Elab. Lab still holding in this little range here. No real trends, just a nice little range. Yeah, so this one's starting to look like it's making some upwards moves. It just needs to break over 221 to go up here and test a possible 228. It also has that point of control, the most traded level right there at 225. So it'll need to push through that with a little a little bit of gusto. Fails back down. We'll go ahead and remove upward ones and only use this one back here, this overall downtrend we found. Oh, which one was it? Both of them do have a bunch of wicks though. People are kind of indecisive on the trading of these for sure. AJ said he traded A Lab in 1920 November 1924 and made a couple $100. 1924, but then it was 3 cents. What? Okay, it's 1924. I don't know how old you are, but man, that's it's a crazy trade back there in 1924. Okay, so now AZI is coming on down. Go ahead and remove this. This downtrend. Now we have a new idea right here. Got to make its way to start holding this level. Okay, ELAB. Well, this thing has way too many wicks. 365 is kind of like the bottom. We had a little bit of a higher low here. That could be some type of idea, but I'm not sure about that. No confirmation on that. I really want to see something just come and blow the doors off of both of these. 7 o'clock now. So this is the top of the hour. Let's see if we start holding out of this overall downtrend and getting back over 217. 17 move up. ELAB back to 6%, so it must took quite a fall, yeah. ELAB, so it did break the bottom side, and like I said, it was just trading kind of flat. 2 people holding it up, 2 employees. Just not a great trade. Glad we did our due diligence to see, what's going on with that thing. Now, AZI has 8 million shares. YCBD coming down. I think AZI is this Chinese stock is going to catch some attention now that ELAB has fallen. This needs to get over 217. Has room up to this point of control of 225. And trading outside of this downtrend, overall downtrend now. So at this point, the backstop, backstop could be $2, so 15-cent risk. This one is blocked on TOS right now because it's a Chinese stock. So, but it's the thing that is looking like it could get the most bullish. Coming back down, back to this downtrend. They're gonna go ahead and break down the ATR high, 211s. Getting bought up there, so that's going to create a new idea there. 214. We'll see if this upwards idea becomes some type of resistance, but now we have a uptrend inside of an uptrend, so we'll see how if people believe they believe in the force. And they push this over 216. I'm gonna get ELAB off of there. They got a one-time confirmation. I'm pretty sure people are gonna be buying behind this confirmation, at least for a move back up to 225. It may get slammed off of 225. I'm not sure, but definitely could go back up there to that level. So if it holds a higher low than this, then we'll get another idea for it to be holding higher, you know. Basically, it's just a confirmation game. Look at your ideas, draw all the possible ideas, and then see what holds. This one has almost 9 million shares on it. 5 cents to that point of control level right there. Where did my notes go on this? I know I had notes. Notes. Um, don't see my notes. $2.19. I cannot find my notes. Hmm. Anyway, got an idea now. It just needs to pop the top on 221 without failing this bottom. Fails this bottom, it's going to show us weakness back into that overall downtrend. YCBD about to break on down through those twos. Hit the 199s now. That's the cannabis play. And we got ADTX, no catalyst on today, so not too worried about that. Up 50% with 9 million shares traded. ELAB back red on the day. Another test higher now, right at that 215 level on AZI. Go ahead and break down this 211. So back in here in the danger zone. If it breaks down this 209, it's showing a lot of weakness, and it has room down here to the 188. So that was the other structure that we found down there. Bouncing off that level, let's see if it can reclaim 216. Using it, will it be resistance or will it power through and start to hold that? ADTX 10 million shares traded, but not moving a whole lot. That 10 mil. Going back down. AZTI came down here, tested again, 212s. Now all it needs to do is pop the top of 221, starting to hold the secondary idea there. And completely out of this overall downtrend. So definitely looking like it could make a bullish pop. I don't know if it's going to hold, but it looks like it can make a bullish pop at least to that 225. higher low. Looks like we can a little. As a kind of like a backstop of 212 back here. Trade higher. Okay, can it pop the top now? 221. That's a higher low. You know how people like those higher lows. Let's see if they actually do something about it. Brought the point of control down here to 218. A lot of trading going on in this area. Do people want to see this continuation? Got a backstop back here of 213. Let's see if we can get to that 225 level. It actually moved because so much trading was going on down here. But 225 is where that point of control was. Three. Four. And two. Not 225. Okay. But still hasn't completely failed out. Got the backstop down here of 213s. And as it continues to move, it gets further and further away from this 213. And then, the way I do it, I'm like, okay, let me put my stop here. 213 of it splashes down, I'm out. Then as it trades higher, I move up to this level. And I continue to move up as it makes those higher lows. Let it ride. But if it were to just splash down, this is why I kind of like having stop loss because it can splash down quicker than you can react. So having the stop loss during intraday, it'll just get you on out. But during pre-market, you got to be ready with that finger because it can easily just be like, boom, right down here to $2, 20-cent drop. Especially being a Chinese stock. Okay, so the high there was 224, stopped right before that 225. Search for catalyst now. Finding any. So again, at this level, still holding up this uptrend though. Backstop at 213. You can see that volume coming in there. Let's see if we see some more at 223. Gonna give us a new idea here. 21's holding up. it fails back down at this point, it's starting to look like it's getting range bound and less of trend and more of range. So if it breaks down here, I'm thinking 225 is a little bit of a ceiling and the floor is down here at 208. That's way too tight. Draw that range on here. 5 down here to 2. Then right. It's our range. To break that range, and it hasn't done it yet. Go ahead and get rid of this overall downtrend because it's getting further and further away from it. We're just going to look at the uptrend, these two uptrends, and the range that it's forming. Edit. Make this bigger. Yeah. So now you can see that range real nice and thick right there. We have this previous range that it was in, though, from the 212s up here to the 240s. This is a little bit older range. I might change the color so we just know older. Instead of red, I'm gonna put it on blue, older. And here, okay, picking that up as well. A little bit older. The hot range right now is right up in here. Stand up, stand right. Woo! Well, there's 220. This is the hot range. Let's see if it wants to go up to the blue level. 239s. 9 million shares traded. This looks like it's going to be a end up creating a nice little level here. Nice little new idea, holding up this backstop of 213. See if it can go ahead and shoot the moon here on this Chinese stock, up 20-something%. Holding right there at that level 225, and it just needs to get over 228. So we confirmed uptrends, have a backstop, know where the old level was on these blue lines. If it starts to get back under this level 212, it's going to be dead in the water. I see another one, JFRBR, which I believe is a Chinese stock as well. It says Jeff Brand's Keyzone AI successfully completes live pilots demonstrating checkpoint-free weapon screening at high-profile events. On JFRB, it's up 17%, but only 1 million shares traded. Not a huge gapper, but it does have catalysts on the jet day. I believe, let me make sure. I believe that's a Chinese stock, JFRB or JFBR. Okay. Brand profile. This is an Israeli stock, not a Chinese stock. I knew it was something like that. Okay, so it's Israeli stock. And I will go ahead and add my note. It's real. Israel and China want to lead the day. I already know how I feel about that. They can have it. I'm not even going to look too heavily into this one. I'm put on there no trade Israel. That's it. That's all I need to see. They can have that. AZI came down here again. So the hot zone there ended up knocking it back down. Question is it going to destroy everything and actually fall back under 212s? All right, YCBD, the cannabis one, has not fallen yet, up 44%. Acon, another cannabis stock. Yeah, AZI is pretty disappointing for this little Chinese stock here. The other one go are enough. Getting punched in the mouth off of those levels. Let's see. Really wasn't a real spike, but I'm going to go ahead and put a downtrend on this anyway. But it's so flat, I'm not sure that this is a trend. This might just be some more range play on it. It's going to need to break all the way down to prove it is a downtrend and not just a range play. YCBD holding in this. This is old news from Friday, so I don't trust that one. It's up 41%, but it's just been a grinder, and I gained money on it, gained quite a bit on Friday on the initial, and then on Monday lost money on it because, well, I was thinking it was going to continue, but I should have known. Monday morning this thing's rushing up on Friday. Just stay away from it and let it prove itself and get some more catalysts, but it did not. ADTX, Acon. I don't trust AZI no more. This should have went. It's too flat. ZFBR going down back to whence it came. ATPC, no catalyst with 137. What is this thing? What's the ATPC? Why is it up this much? Is it a cannabis stock? TPC. TPC is an investment holding company, supplies health and wellness products, health solution advisory services in Malaysia. Malaysian company. So another Asian company up here with all this volume. Telling me exactly what today's trying to do. Oh, I bet it's blocked too. So this is see this block. Day and buy a bid. It's blocked. Yep. Asian companies up on a day with the volume. And that's telling me that something is awry. 138 million shares traded on that. And we got another Chinese and Israeli company up. So, yeah, not looking too good. Not looking too good at all. AZI retesting this hot level up here. This is on that what I thought was a downtrend, but coming up to that high again. 225s. It's almost a 10 million shares traded. The previous zone that we had was from 213 up here to 239. This is the Chinese stock that is also blocked. Yep. See if it reaches up there to that blue. That actually disqualifies this downtrend. That ain't right. Do have a new idea down here though that I can draw off of this level. This level. I pretty much draw every idea and just look for confirmation. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Really don't need to know where VWAP is or where, you know, all those indicators are to help me while I'm drawing, you know. But I just, you know, I only keep the indicators that really help. So like the volume profile, ATRs, and that's it. Find those zones, draw all over, make things make sense, and then take a trade. But this one, of course, is blocked. So I was just kind of showing y'all the structure building type deal, you know, not getting into those bad positions. Went up there, top side of these bodies, and found another wall. So now it exited these levels that are hot right now, trying to hold up that 225. New zone. You can put out here. Right across the body of this candle. Down to, I don't even know where down to would be at this point. Guess I can't draw it then. Not making sense. So I only want drawings that make sense. It's only, so this one's almost to 10 million shares traded. Cannabis stocks do not look like they're going to be super in play today. Losing a lot of heat. I'm thinking it's going to be an Asian and Israeli and kind of a foreign day. ATPC. CGC, the other cannabis stock. This one was moving with Tilray the other day, but just looks dead now, right at that ATR high. All right, well, I've came and I've seen. I'm probably going to continue just watch for if these stocks are going to be leading the day. It might be another no trade day for me. Looking for some catalysts coming into the end of the month. Still green on the month. I've only taken one red trade this month, and it was a controlled loss, so it wasn't something that just killed me. But yeah, definitely want that fresh news and would love for it to be closer to home, because some of these foreign ones will treat you very badly. AZI falling back down from that hot zone, falling through the floor a little bit. It's all good. I got work to do today anyway. I'm usually, the things that I trade, I see in pre-market. If they aren't in pre-market, it's very hard for me to see them during the day because it's no structure building time. Like if they just go straight up like off the open and there was no time to do any kind of due diligence, no time to do any research, it's just up. Then I'm like, well, I'm too late on that. You know, I like to see them during pre-market, build some structure, build some levels so I can kind of play off of those. And yes, I do um consider pre-market trading. I don't cut that out of my chart because it happened, right? It happened. That's why I keep it there. I want to be like, oh, that didn't happen. That's not real. Not true. If it's a good catalyst, it could be real. AZI just tripping around, man. All right, well, I've looked around enough on this. Haven't really seen anything really good pop up. I've taken note that these are some foreign companies that are up to date with a whole lot of volume. So I would just be very careful today trading these. Might be a nice money making day for them, but I'm trying to make it a money making day for me. You know, I want to put my money in the best position, not the safest position, just the best position based on the criteria that I'm looking for, and let volatility work, man. Volatility does not mean that it's super. It's not risk. It's just basically like, oh, this is moving. You know, risk is like you be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put a $5 stop on this with 2,000. I'm gonna buy 10,000 shares and put a $5 stop on it. That's crazy. Because that 10,000 shares drops at $5, you're gonna cry all night. But volatility is not risk. Volatility is just movement. The ability for something, it's the range of motion, right? Basically. It's the stock stretching out. You'd be like, oh man, that thing's too volatile. Look at that spread. Well, let me buy the lows. Let me buy the lows and see what that spread talking about. Find the structure by the bottom, by the dip. But during the day, I definitely use limit orders over market orders so I don't get crazy feels. Because if it is really, really spready, I'm like just by the bid. If I don't get bought in, oh well, you know. All right, but yeah, I'm about to get on down. I've looked around, haven't seen anything that piques my interest. So during the day, I'll continue to look if I see something pop up, especially along the lines of what we've seen. So the topics that we've seen have been cannabis, has been heavy. Um, oh, let me jump back over here to the news real quick just to see if there's any more headlines here before I jump. Oracle's 10 billion Michigan data center in limbo after Blue Owl funding talks stall. But 8 shares jump as ex Bitcoin miner says 7 billion AI data center lease. Electronics from Jabil forecast upbeat annual results on a booming data center. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez Bezos are awarding 5 million to a leader in neurodiversity education. Coursera to buy Udemy. Wow, they're buying Udemy. Creating 2.5 billion firm to target AI training. That's insane. Coursera, I use Coursera for some of my licenses and certifications. So Coursera, I've never used Udemy, so that makes sense. Coursera is huge. General Mills quarterly profit falls amid price cuts, and then Factbox by the number. How the Netflix Paramount bids go. Okay, everything else here, I'm not too. Let me refresh this page, maybe refresh it. Okay, yeah, there's nothing new here. So yeah, if you're gonna continue trading, definitely be careful. Know what you're getting into. Do your due diligence so you don't get chopped up. And there's Udemy popping onto our non-micro floats. So Udemy is up there, going up as it's getting purchased by Coursera on the scan. So 3 million shares traded there on Udemy, UDMI. And it may be the focus for today if it runs up a bag. So let's look at the daily chart before we go. Daily chart on Udemy. So we can see that it has been trading down, down, down. It was up here at 17 bucks and now was down to 5 and has popped all the way to 7.14 on the news that Coursera is buying them. Now Coursera, I don't remember their ticker. Coursera Inc. I mean, they're not crazy high. They're only $8 themselves. So I don't know. Coursera moving from 7 to whatever, purchasing Udemy. I don't know. I mean, they're not super big themselves. If we look over here on the daily chart, their high was $24 and they came down to 7. So these education companies make a lot of money. Maybe not on their stock. I wonder, do they pay dividends? maybe not on their stock price, but they have a lot of subscriptions, like continuing money, continuing revenue coming in to access their courses. Look at they pay dividends. Coursera and Udemy. Sarah. Um, no dividend payouts on Coursera. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, it's kind of like education technology companies, so I guess not. Oh well. They are frontline and they are up on the charts along with all of these Asian and Israeli and foreign companies. So definitely be careful today. I believe that is it for me. To me, Sarah. Coursera is COUR, and it's coming on up, but does not have as much volume as Udemy. And right now, that's pretty much all I see. So yeah, about to jump over here for real this time. And as always, I will see y'all in next one. Peace.